Today we're going to talk about why does my life feel so out of balance? I remember when I started thinking that I might need a life coach. I just felt like everything in my life was shaken all the time. Nothing could ever just be peaceful or just soft. It was just shaking. It felt kind of like I was in a cocktail shaker and the bartender was shaking the shaker as hard as he or she could, and that just felt like my life. I knew that it wasn't psychological. I knew that I didn't need mental health, which is appropriate for many people, and I recommend it highly. But I needed someone to kind of help me navigate through the external sources of my life. Fast forward today, after spending so much time with my life coach, I learned tricks to help me live my life and not have my life live me. When I see clients today, I assess if they are making decisions with their analytical brain or the creative side of their brain. This is an important piece to looking at why life feels out of balance. Many of us see the world through our analytical or rational thinking. My grandmother used to call that thinking with your head, meaning there's no heart, there's no feeling in it. You're just taking the analytical piece. Other people tend to make decisions through their creative side of their heart. I call this their gut feeling or their instinct. There are many ways to make decisions, but when we use only one part of our brain for the decision making process, our reality is shifted and our decisions end up not working out as we hoped. Because we're not using a balanced approach for decision making, we're using one part or the other. I've had a lot of people say, well, that's just the way I am. And everyone is wonderful as they are. But if you want sense of balance, you've got to see decisions from more than just one vantage point. I'm a creative thinker. I use my heart to lead me. My problem is that I work in an analytical field for my job. I have a difficult time over my life feeling like I didn't belong at work. I was caring for people and their feelings when my bosses were interested in metrics and spreadsheets. Before I went in consulting and coaching, I honestly did not know who I was. I tried to fit in for so long that I didn't know who I was or why I was feeling so torn. In relationships, I tend to be the heart person. I go with my gut instinct and I just open myself up for true love. The problem is that I tended to date analytical thinkers, and they could not understand why I just let the relationship flow. I dated a guy that analyzed everything, including the statistical probability of success of our relationship. That was a deal breaker for me. My former husband would get angry when I asked him if he could say that he loved me. He would say, of course I do. I mowed the lawn for you last Saturday. In his mind, that meant analytically he did something, and so therefore it meant he loved me. In the coaching world, we evaluate how we make decisions in our life. We ask it if it is learning to be if we're leaning into the heart or feelings, or if we are over analyzing. After we make the assessment of our style of decision making, then we look for ways to expand our reach and to make decisions from both our analytical side, the pros and cons or checklist side, and our creative side, which also means listening to our heart and our feelings. After we consider all sides, we live our life in a more balanced approach. This is just one of the tools that we use in life coaching. It is not all of them. It is not the source of all cures, but what it does is it's just one of the tools to help us feel like we're in balance. I would love to have you reach out on my website at mammothedge.com and sign up for an assessment of how balanced is your life and how balanced is your decision making. I really look forward to meeting you.